Oh man, we're supposed to be the ones comboing off, not you guys. Stop it. I need a moment. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing 1000 Year Adventure. I'm really excited about this deck. I thought about it in the shower, the place where all the greatest thoughts in the world come to you. So 1000 Year Storm, I haven't played with this card in forever, but whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. You may choose new targets for the copies. So basically the first spell that you cast, so we have 1000 Year Storm out, we cast one spell, which is like Brazen Borrow to bounce something back. It doesn't copy itself. I think actually does the first one copy itself. Copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast before it this turn. And so the first one is normal. The second spell that you cast is going to be copied. So if we cast like a Growth Spiral, we get 2 copies of it. We could draw 2 cards, put lands out on the battlefield. Bond of Flourishing, we get to gain 3 life each time. Grab permanents from our deck, which luckily with Adventure, all of our spells are permanents in this deck. So we have our Bone Crusher Giant, our Brazen Borrower, Fae of Wishes, all these things that can cast spells. Beanstalk Giant to help us ramp, which also lets us dig for our 1000 Year Storm, Storm Conduit, which every time that we copy a spell, instant or sorcery spell, it does 1 point of damage to opponent or planeswalker, which with our Lucky Clover for our adventure stuff as well, we get to cast lots of copies of spells. That's basically what we're trying to do with this deck, is get to a point where we've ramped up like crazy with Uro, with Growth Spiral, with Beanstalk Giant, and Bond of Flourishing to make sure that we're hitting our land drops. And as well as Escape to the Wilds. And then we get our 1000 Year Storm out, and typically there's 2 different ways that you can kind of play this. You can get 1000 Year Storm out, and then you have 6 mana to kind of just try to win the game on that turn. With this deck, we're going to go a little bit more for the value town side of everything. We could win in 1 turn pretty consistently, but we do also have Fae of Wishes to just kind of help us build out our deck. We have an amazing sideboard here. Let me go ahead and show it in this format. In this one, and we just have a bunch of cool things in here. We have more ops if we need them to just kind of keep our combo going. We have Shock, Fae of Wishes, Thassa's Oracle if we do kind of mill ourselves out, because that is a possibility. Return to Nature to kill some, to get Ember Cleaves, whatever else we need to. 1 Bone Crusher Giant, which I just didn't, I couldn't quite fit the 4th one into the deck, into the main deck, and I felt like having the Stomp. We have Scare the Critics, Shock, and Bone Crusher Giant. If we have enough copies of stuff, we can just create 10 copies of Skewer the Critics, which would be 30 points of damage. We should be able to win with that. Storm's Wrath if we need it, Tamiyo, just a bunch of cool stuff in the sideboard with our 2 copies of Fae of Wishes. I also have 1 extra copy of Fae of Wishes, because if we could end up just grabbing our entire sideboard into our hand, and with things like Escape to the Wilds, which we do have as well into this sideboard, we can end up hitting enough cards, hitting enough land drops, and maybe getting like a Beanstalk Giant, which puts all of our lands untapped, that we can hopefully just play out like our entire deck in 1 to 2 turns, basically. And so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how this one does for us. Wish me luck. I do have 61 cards in the deck, and that's because I think at this point I probably ought to go down like 1 copy of 1000 Year Storm or Lucky Clover, but those are like the main fun cards, so we're going to keep them. So let's go ahead and jump to the gameplay, see how it does for us. Wish me luck. All right, here we are against Greenage, Jamal. This hand would be great if we had green mana. Like it's actually the perfect hand. I'm just gonna hope and say that we're gonna hit it. Our odds of hitting green source is actually only 6%. Okay, that's worse than I thought. I thought we had more green sources in this. Let's see if it updates after a bit here, because sometimes it updates after the fact, but because we should have better chance than that. We have forests, we have stomping grounds, and we have Temple of Mystery. So I mean, we have a much better chance than the 7 it's showing here for a green source. Maybe it's only factoring in the forest as the green source. All right, there we go. Got the green source. Beta 2. We will Bond of Flourishing now. Let's just hit our lands. Another Beanstalk Giant. I'm not sure that's going to resolve, so let's actually just grab our forest and pass the turn. We are going to try to ramp, get to this 1000 Year Storm. Man, we're up against... Dude, we've run up against so many just straight quench decks. Like the counter central. So many of these decks we've played against have been this way. Gadwick the Wizen, yay! We'll just Storm's Wrath. It might be better to wait and hit other stuff, but we're fine with getting rid of that right now. Nyx Lotus. Alright, we get to escape to the wilds. Hit another land drop. Please. Thank you. Okay, pay 2, opt. They know that we have it, so there's no sense not playing it here. I don't think that's going to be useful most of the time. Okay, pass the turn. So to them, so far, we're just looking like our normal deck. They get 0 mana with Nyx Lotus. That's nice. Let's go ahead and Temple of Mystery first. Get to Scry. Land to the bottom. Growth Spiral. Fable Passage. Try for Lucky Clover. I'm pretty sure this gets countered. Does not get countered. Interesting. This means that we lose the Fave of Wishes, though, because we don't have enough mana to actually cast it. But we can double Brazen Borrow or the Lucky Clover. Resolve. Grab Island. So they get 2 extra mana with this Nyx Lotus. They can flash in Brazen Borrower, get 2 mana to tap down. I think I'm going to go ahead and just... This is a card that's dead to us anyway. Play out Fae of Wishes. Now we have a blocker for the Brazen Borrower. Pass the turn. This way we get to keep all the value in our hand and hopefully cast 2 things next turn. So we're going to go for Lucky Clover first. Kind of hoping it gets countered, and then if not, I mean, we get value from Lucky Clover for sure. But then if we get our 1,000-Year Storm as well... That's pretty good. I really want to resolve the 1,000-Year Storm. Okay, Nyx Lotus. You get to create a copy. It might just be Nyx Lotus again. I don't really care about this Brazen Borrow anymore. Now that we have Fave Wishes, I'm just gonna copy this. The annoying thing is that we do lose Brazen Borrower if I can't actually target it. We can decline to target. We have another Brazen Borrower. Let's go ahead and just make sure the Nyx Lotus gets off the battlefield. They will let this resolve now. We're seeing that they do have responses. This Fae of Wishes might not be a bad play as well, just like bringing it back. We lose Brazen Bar, but get to slow him down. Hopefully they play a Nyx Lotus at some point, and we can then get out our 1000-Year Storm. I don't think... Well, we can't play it now, this turn. Okay, pass the turn. If we get to land the 1000-Year Storm, they could just Brazen Bar to get it back, but we can hopefully cast enough things to make it worthwhile. Okay, only 1 mana left. All right, we definitely get to win this next one. Yeah, pass to my turn. Another Brazen Bar. Okay. 1000-Year Storm. Pass the turn. If we get to cast this Growth Spiral after everything else, oh, it's so good. Quarter Monitor. Okay, resolve. Untapping. So Nyx Lotus. Again, I think we're happy to lose the Brazen Borrower here. This is frustrating, but we cannot let this Nyx Lotus stick around. Okay, yeah, we lose our Brazen Borrower. Okay, good draw off the top. And no bounce spells with Brazen Borrower. We get to untap. Oh my goodness. A Lucky Clover number 2. All right. We are going to Brazen Borrower, bounce both these things back. We should be able to hit enough instant speed stuff that it'll be fine. Okay, this is all just so that we can set up the other plays. All right, so bounce Brazen Borrower. Decline on this one. Wait, what? I totally used the other copy to do it. That was really annoying. Kind of frustrated about that. Okay, now they can respond to it. Bounce it back. That's fine. We do get the copy, though. Okay, pass the turn. Double Lucky Clover. We get 6 damage, 6 damage. Okay. Nyx Lotus comes in tapped. You get to untap it here. Okay. We get 6 damage, though. Which means 1, 2, 3. So they can untap it, but they have no devotion at the moment. All right, there we go. Now, 1000-Year Storm. Fertile Footsteps. Green, red, blue. I guess we just play out Bone Crusher Giant. stop on our upkeep to scry. Bringing back Fave Wishes might just be the better play. Even if we get to have to discard Bone Crusher Giant. If we can hit a good spell, all we need is some way to start drawing cards. A Bond of Flourishing, something to start getting card draw going. Maybe we should have just brought back the Fave Wishes. We could have hit enough good stuff with Fave Wishes. Mass Manipulation. Okay, steals the Fave Wishes. Only gets to tap for 1. Quarter Monitor. Okay. How many of these have they had? Okay, they get 2 mana. This will be interesting. Another Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad play. Okay, go to draw. 6 damage, 8 damage. Let's go ahead and swing in with Bone Crusher Giant. $14. So we have lethal here. And we still get to play out one of the Bone Crushers as well. So stomp again. So we have enough. If they don't counter one of these, which Quench doesn't do it. There we go. So that's game. Whoo, man. That was a tricky game. Man. All right. Well, we got through it though. All right. Grab some planes with their Fabled Passage. So Jeskai Fires is what I'm assuming. Draw a card. Please hit land. All right, we hit the land. Woo-hoo-hoo. I was a little bit worried about that. All right, let's go for Uro. Beanstalk Giant confirms getting land, so maybe that would have been better. But card draw, gaining life, all that stuff is never bad, especially with 2 Uros. Dude, where's our lands? No land to play. Ah, that's brutal. Doesn't have fires. Maybe they didn't play it out right there. We have to guarantee get land. I think that we can beat Fires of Invention, I think, if we get to ramp up to things like Thousand Year Storm. Aether Gust. I guess we decline. Put to the bottom. We have to hit land. Storm's Wrath might be useful. Kenrith comes out, okay. Okay, Fertile Footsteps. Grab Island. Bounce the Kenrith. Doing it now before they have a chance to play anything else. They want to spend their turn playing it again. I'm kind of okay with that. If we can hit land a Thousand Year Storm, we should be able to win this game. Hopefully they're not playing Elspeth Conquers Death. Gives it haste. Yep. Down to 16. Come on, deck. All right, Uro. Bond of Flourishing. Seriously, no lands. Lucky Clover doesn't really do it for us either. Like, we really have to hit land. Beanstalk Giant can help. Yeah, we have to hit our lands. Because worst case scenario, we just get a really big Beanstalk Giant, and it should be able to trade off with anything with Fires of Invention. Like, Kenrith will be annoying, but we can deal with him. Like, this is actually one of the few decks that, even with Fires of Invention, even with them playing Cavaliers and things, if we get like a 14-14 Giant, we should be able to still win the game. Down to 17. All right, it looks like they've had a handful of nothing, which is pretty good for us. Okay, we're going for 1,000-Year Storm. Gotta do it, gotta do it. Pass the turn. Oh, we don't have double red right now. So if we Bone Crusher, Beanstalk, get to grab a few lands, then we get to Storm's Wrath, hopefully kill everything. They gain lots of life. Oh, they draw a card there. Shocks it in. Why would you shock it in? Draw more cards? Okay. At this point, it's not really worthwhile. Man, they just maybe they just hit tons of lands. Elspeth Conquers Death. Ah, oh, come on. Nice. All right, we will go for another 1,000-Year Storm. We're down to 12 though. There's a very good chance we're just dead next turn at this point, but we really don't have much else to do. I guess Beanstalk Giant. What are the odds that we're dead next turn? They have 2 creatures in hand, we're dead. They get 2 draws to find it. Okay, Beanstalk Giant's the better play. Pass the turn. Non-creature spells get more expensive now, so that's kind of our last chance to even play 1,000-Year Storm. We just have to survive for a few turns, which I do think we can do. Okay, they draw a card. Man, we've had such awkward running. All right, they can fly through the air now. Trample and Haste, swinging with Sphinx. They might also swing with Kenrith. We have to block. Then they just get it back as a 6/6. Next turn. Jocking themselves again. Okay, gaining life as well. Now we lose our Beanstalk Giant as well. Let's see. Go to 3. We can't deal with Sphinx of Foresight. I guess we can with the Storm's Wrath. What else do they have in the graveyard? Nothing. All right, no blocks. We just take it. Down to 3. Everything costs more. We can flash in Brazen Borrower. Let's just play out Bone Crusher Giant. Pass the turn. Staying alive, that's all that matters. Oh, they get Trample as well. Oops. Sorry, I forgot. They get Trample with Kenrith, so that's over already. I messed that up. Needed to Storm's Wrath there. Up against Barfo. And we got Bond of Flourishing, so we can hit our land drops for everything else. So we'll definitely keep this. Get to gain quite a bit of life right away. Hopefully we can hit our lands this time around. We've had some games where it's not worked out as well. We'll see. Castle Vantress, pass the turn. Get the opt. I am going to go for Bond of Flourishing because just hitting lands is more important right now. Lucky Clover. Man, I really want that Lucky Clover. What are the odds we hit more lands? That's 2 off the top. All right. Go for the forest. Fine. We'll play the right way to play. We can go find a red mana with Beanstalk. Hopefully we get a red source actually at the top. Rose Spiral. Well, Beanstalk. Okay, they're drawing cards as well. I kind of want more blue mana, because if I have blue mana, I can hit more stuff, but we also don't get to Thousand Year Storm that way. But I think that I have this to be able to play the opt. Pass the turn. We just want to set up our draws first off. It doesn't help us at all if we're dead before anything else happens. This is the big red deck, so finding Brazen Borrowers is probably going to be very good against this. Thousand Year Storm, number 2. Nope, don't need it. They do double up pretty well. Okay, Uro. Real possibility again. Just getting rid of lands, though. Intriguing. Getting lots of life against this deck is nice. Play out the forest. Well, we've definitely ramped. We just did not hit our red source. So, bummer. I guess we should have grabbed the mountain instead. But, pass the turn. We get to try to grow spiral to hit red source on their end step. Fires of Invention. Okay. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Intriguing. Okay, grow spiral. Red source. Come on. I played greedily, and it's coming back to bite us. Opt. There it is. Okay, we'll keep the steam vents. A2, Thousand Year Storm. There we go. All right, please stay around. Glinthorn Buccaneer. So I'm actually a little bit worried because there is just an infinite combo they can go off with potentially here with Glinthorn Buccaneer. If they find a blue source and they need more white. Cavalier Flame. All right, we can hopefully deal with this. We're gonna take a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Dang it. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Are we just dead? 9. They get to do 8 here. A couple more there. Ox of Agonis discards their hand. Nice. I think with Cavalier Flame, we're just dead. Oh, man. We're supposed to be the ones comboing off, not you guys. Stop it. Yeah, we're dead. So close, man. If we had hit a red source, I think even a turn earlier, we would have had a shot there. Up against Codex. Bring it on, Codex. This is actually pretty good. We're going to keep it. We get Bond of Flourishing. We have a Storm's Wrath. We get to hit all of our colors. We don't get to opt on turn 1, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and just activate it now. Someone's got all the cool sleeves and stuff. I need to turn off the sound on my phone because it keeps doing stuff. Keeps getting texts. Alright, definitely have to hit land now. So let's go Bond of Flourishing. Dig 3 deep. No lands! Brazen Bar we can actually play, but we're gonna grab the Uro. Oh my goodness. I mean, we have a pretty good chance of hitting a land here. We also have lots of 2-drops, so if we don't hit land, we get a 2-drop, and maybe we can opt into the land. Oh my gosh. All right. Land. Untapped land. No, come on, come on. What are the odds we've not hit land? We've dug so deep. We went Bonds of Flourishing. Oh my goodness. Well, at least if we're not going to hit lands, we get lots of lucky clovers, which are all going to get countered here. This is ridiculous how few lands we've hit. Sinister Sabotage. Okay. Dude, this deck has had the biggest issue with lands. Oh, man. Okay, Bond of Flourishing. They might just counter this so that we don't hit anything. Only one land on the top. I mean, I guess it's better that there's one instead of others, but oh my goodness. Nightpack Ambusher, yeah, play all your big things. Oh, this has been so brutal. Royal Scions with the Nightpack Ambusher out. I mean, I think at this point, that's probably best for them. Lucky Clover for Bone Crushers. Well, double Uro. We gotta hit lands. Gotta hit the draws. Alright, they have a Quench. For the love. This is probably the most unlucky with lands I've ever been. We only have 24 in the deck, but that's because we have Bond of Flourishing. We have Beanstalk Giant. Like, we have ways to go find our lands when we need to. All we have to hit is 3 lands, and 24 lands is plenty. Still no land. What in the world? We're doing this because it's literally all we've got. What? Ah! How did we not hit a land? Another... Yeah, okay, good game. 1000-Year Storm. We'll let them swing in. So they pump up with Royal Scions and we lose here. I have no clue how we've lost. How many cards did we go through? We Bond of Flourishing twice. We've only hit 1 land with it. We were able to draw 1 time to hit it. A few other... Man, we dug like 16 deep and only found 3 lands. All right, we're on the play. We have some ramp if we hit our third land, but man, we've had a lot of issues with that with this deck. We have a good blocker against mono red too if we need it. I'm going to mulligan. We can hit a better hand than that. There we go. This is better. Keep this. Dropping. I think we're going to have to hit another 1000-Year Storm along the way. To the bottom, we have some potential to shuffle with this deck as well. We want to hit green mana for next turn, so Temple of Mystery first. Yeah, we'll keep another land. With Uro here to help us put another one into play, that'll be perfect. Will be perfect. Now I think we can play Steam Vents tapped and opt instead of Bond of Flourishing. Open the gates. All right, up against a gates deck. I was actually debating throwing gates into this deck as well. Okay, Steam Vents tapped. This means their deck is going to play a little bit slower, which gives us actually quite a bit of hope. And our Beanstalk Giants will pretty much stay way out of range for them the whole time. We'll go for a second Uro. Why not? More card draw, more life gain. Nothing wrong with that. Bay of Wishes, Temple Mystery. We will keep land on top since we can use it. Uro number 2. Dude, this is a good start. This is a great start. Let's play Fabled Passage. I think I'm just going to go for the Bond of Flourishing. Try to hit our 1,000-Year Storm now if we can. Let's grab a second red source. Bond of Flourishing. Another Fae of Wishes. Not really wanting the lands now. Bone Crusher Giant's nice because we can... I'm just worried it's going to die pretty easily. So maybe Fae of Wishes is the best. I wish this had stuff for my sideboard as well. I'm trying to think of what's actually going to be useful here. Let's go with the Fae of Wishes. We already have one, but I think there's some good stuff we can get from the sideboard. Return to Nature, being able to get that will be nice. Oh, why don't I have my 4th copy of 1,000-Year Storm in the sideboard? That would be nice. Okay, the Guild Summit. Well, we will Fae of Wishes, number 1. We could grab like Escape to the Wilds. We have another one. Return to Nature. Getting rid of a Guild Summit against a Gate stack is step number 1. If you do that, you should be able to win. Gate number 5. Doesn't have another Guild Summit. Could have a... There's a lot of other things gates can have, though. Gates are still very powerful. Very, very powerful. All right. One more card in the graveyard. We can start bringing back Uros. They have wishes for their sales. What do they grab? Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death. Nothing in here. I don't want to get rid of my other Uro. So I guess we can Growth Spiral. I'm debating if I want to Uro or not, actually. Let's go ahead and Growth Spiral first. See what we hit. You get a land. To hold up Stomp. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Keep the other Uro in the graveyard. We get to gain life, draw cards. We're giving him a target for Elspeth Conquers Death, but I'm kind of okay with that. Pass the turn. They actually don't even have the mana to play it yet. Fires of Invention. Okay, now they have the mana to play it. Okay. Do we stomp their face? We find a 1,000-Year Storm. I guess we want to wait. Beanstalk Giant is good against their deck. All right, we're going to Fae of Wishes. Tamiyo could be good here as well. Chandra is very good. Escape to the Wilds is very good. Blood of Tears isn't terrible either. At some point. This is all of our Fae of Wishes, so this is our last shot to go through all this. So maybe Tamiyo to bring one back. I guess we can always return him. All right, let's just go Escape to the Wilds. We don't get to play it this turn. Bounce Fires. They only get to play one thing this way. Fave Wishes pass turn. If Fave Wishes dies, we're actually okay with that. It helps us get to our Uro again. And honestly, the Beanstalk Giant might just be difficult enough for people to get to. Fires again. Plays out the Fae. That's 2. All right, sweet. To 21. Okay, let's get our card advantage going. Yeah, just escape to the wilds. We have enough mana to play it. Elspeth Conquers Death is annoying, but oh my gosh, so many lands. Okay, play Island. Play... Let's just go Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. We get to flash in Brazen Borrower. We can play this a little bit slow. They haven't thrown out any threats just yet. Brings back Fave Wishes. Got rid of a Niv Mizzet. Really? Oh, they get to bring it back. Okay. We can bounce it right away. Yeah, we'll take it. That's fine. We're up at 33. Like the biggest issue is they get to draw cards. That is annoying. Bouncing it back to hand doesn't do much. This is whenever they cast an instant sorcery, so our copies don't actually matter. So we will play Lucky Clover and double bounce. Okay. Destroy Fave Wishes. We have another one, so we're fine.
That stings. Back to the shadows. For now.
I guess we should have bounced back Fires of Invention earlier, huh? Just go to my turn. 1,000-Year Storm. Okay. That changes things a little bit. How much mana do we have? We need one more land. Okay, Brazen Borrower first. Bounce Niv Mizzet. We should have killed Niv Mizzet. That was the wrong play. I should bounce Fires of Invention. We need card draw. Where's our card draw? I think that's the biggest issue I'm realizing with this deck is that we just don't have quite enough card draw. Okay, Beanstalk Giant. Forest. Island. Well, let's just put out the Lucky Clover. Pass the turn. Technically, if we played Lucky Clover first, we could have been Suck Giant and then Brazen Borrowed, bounce more things, but... which would have been better. Now we just let them play 2 things instead. Really not that great. So if we don't hit anything good, we Fave Wishes, bring it back, escape to the wilds, and try to go off with that. Tameo. Bringing back Elspeth Conquers Death. Come on. Ah! This deck has been so frustrating.
Your tail should be discarded. The ends justify.
Really, sacrifices fires. Gosh dang it. I need a moment. Alright, we're going again. Alright, this is a sweet hand. We have Lucky Clover, we have the Uro. A lot of good potential draws. We have Storm's Wrath, but not the second mana for it. Temple of Mystery. Alright, now we're set up. Against a red deck right now? With Boros lands, let's go ahead and keep the second Storm's Wrath. Yeah, I think Storm's Wraths are going to be really good here. So play Lucky Clover, pass the turn. Uro, get to play out the Stomping Ground tap so we don't have to shock ourselves. Storm's Wrath for days. I think we're in okay shape. Okay, down to 17. Growth Spiral as well. Okay, Uro. Hopefully I don't have too many Inspiring Veterans. We shouldn't be able to lose here, though. At least not, like, this turn to the next. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. No Embercleaves. Swings in Embercleave, Worthy Knight. Sky Knight Vanguard, okay. Play out more stuff for Champion. Okay, they're getting in for a massive hit. This is a very fast hand, but we get to Storm's Wrath. They may just scoop to that as well. It's going to be brutal. Down to 11. Storm Conduit. If we had a land in hand, I'd go for the Growth Spiral, but we'll just fire that off. Wipe your board. I'm still down to 11, though. They may stay in this game, at least. Second Storm's Wrath will be nice. Shocks themselves. Rimrock Knight. Let's play Fae of Wishes. Grab... Let's see here. What do we want to grab? Escape to the Wilds. We already have the other Storm's Wrath, but I think Chandra would be nice. Maybe it's Tameo, though. Tameo lets us bring things back. We'll grab Chandra. Pass the turn. They know that they kind of have a turn here, so let's see if they go wide, and then we get a second Storm's Wrath. Hit the Inspiring Veteran. Okay. Storm's Wrath, still no lands. A little bit frustrating. Down to 7. Brazen Borrow will also be pretty nice. There's the Embercleave. Okay. Let's do this. They get a hasty creature. Is there anyone that would actually kill us? I don't think so. All right, we're going to play our deck now. 1,000-Year Storm, pass the turn. Lucky Clover, 1,000-Year Storms, all the different cards in the world. If we hit land, we're in such good shape. All right, we hit a land. There we go. So we get to Forest. We get to Growth Spiral. Growth Spiral first, draw a card. We get to Escape to the Wilds. Unfortunately, this is just put one from our hand, and so hopefully we hit a land from our hand. Because more lands is what we're looking for here. A Beanstalk Giant. 1, 2, 3 for Beanstalk Giant. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 Beanstalk Giant. Then we get to Escape to the Wilds. Get 3 lands. Okay, green, red, blue. All right, this is what we're going for, guys. All right, now we get to Escape to the Wilds. We get a few copies. Not that many lands, though. We do get an opt. Oh, that's right. We get to do it a few times. So we get basically our entire deck here. Oh, this is wonderful. All right. Fable Passage first. Grab an island. Okay. Forest. Let's go for another. We'll shock ourselves with Steam Vents. We don't really care about life at this moment. These aren't cards in our hand. Beanstalk Giant. Grab the rest of our lands, basically out of our deck. Oh, there's only one. Well, that's less good now. Dang it. I thought we had more. I should have looked at our stats over here. Fine. Hopefully we get another land drop. Oh no! Go to end step. Dang it. Alright, well we get to play all these things for next turn too. We're down to 5 though. They can actually hit something hasty and we could be dead. Fervent Champion gets to equip for free. Bone Crusher. Oh no. No, 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 no. Not like this deck. Please no. Alright. Bay of Wishes. Alright, let's see here. Play Island. Play... We need to hit the rest of our deck. First off, Uro from the graveyard. Okay, gain some life, get a body. We're at least safe. Okay. Alright, there we go. We should be able to finish it off now. Alright, so let's see here. Brazen Borrower. Target once. They don't have enough mana to cast it again, right? Okay. Resolve. Bounce the Embercleave. The main thing we're trying to do here is just cast multiple spells. That's really all we're going for at the moment. Let's go for Opt. I guess actually we want lands. Even if they shock us, we're still fine with it. Storm Draft to the bottom. Let's go with... Oh my goodness. We're going to run out of time. Gosh dang it. A Beanstalk. Then we get to Growth Spiral. Decline. Decline. Klein, Klein, Growth Spiral. Put it out. We'll keep Growth Spiral. Stomping Grounds. Pay 2 life. We don't even care at this point. Hopefully they don't have Shock as the last card in hand. That'd be bad. Opt. Sure, why not? More lands isn't terrible. Bond of Flourishing is nice. We get to gain all of the life back. Okay, opponent scoops it up. There we go. All right. All right, well, we were looking for Fae of Wishes. We were going to hit another untapped land. Actually, we might have killed ourselves before that with Bond of Flourishing. We'll see. Anyway, that's what the deck's trying to do. Pretty janky, but I love it. All right, so in the wrap-up, you can see how many times I lost with this deck. So we had so many issues finding lands with this deck. It was terrible. It was awful. And a lot of games were like, all we needed was this one thing to go off, and we just didn't quite work it out. So there is an issue with just not having quite enough draw cards with Thousand Year Storm. Lucky Clover's works. Like, there's a lot of good things here, but I noticed that we did run out of steam. Like, we had tons of mana, we had lots of stuff there, but we just didn't have the actual card draw to finish it off. So I think that maybe a couple more ops. Maybe Fae of Wishes, we just go digging for more draw cards as well. Like, that might have been the better play, is just like have a few more Fae of Wishes so that we can go grab our sideboard to then draw and use with Thousand Year Storm. I also think one other copy of Thousand Year Storm into the sideboard might be better. But overall, I think the deck is super fun. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.